got his revenge.
Thank you very much. That's right. I'm here with Doublelift, the victorious AD carry for Team Fire here. And at the beginning of the day, we had a video shot of you talking about how you were looking forward to this rematch between Uzi and Mata from Worlds. Obviously, it went very well for you, but how did it feel to come away with a victory this time around?
Well, Uzi and Mata are the best 2v2 laning duo I've ever played against. Like, that is the most pressure I've ever felt in the middle, in like just the first 10 minutes of the game. And it just reminds me of Worlds, you know, when like I would be really confident coming into the matchup, and then they would just completely smash me, and then I would play the other side of the matchup, and they'd smash me on that side too. I'm just like, what's going on? Like, they're just so good. So like the fact that I was only down 10 CS or 12 CS during laning phase, I was like, oh my god, like we made it, you know, like that's like for me that's a win. But back in America, or back in NA, I mean, like I'm smashing everyone in laning phase all the time, and then over here I have to switch it around and just like learn how to lose gracefully. It's like a really different experience, yeah.
Well, you're at All-Stars, you're up against the best here, but you performed today. Now, if we look ahead to tomorrow, the first match of the day is that tandem mode. You're paired up with Aframu. Has there been any practice going into this tomorrow? Who's playing mouse, who's playing keyboard, and any ideas on what champions might be the most successful when played with two people?
You know, me and Afro have just been playing for like the regional matches or whatever, so we haven't practiced at all for tandem. I think I'm gonna whip out Vayne or Ezreal or something like that, some hype champion, and hopefully, I mean, of course, I'm gonna play mouse because I know how to last hit and he doesn't. But hopefully, we can do well even if I'm playing like a hard champion.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Mechanically demanding champions with two players will make for a lot of hilarity, I'm sure. Following that is the 1v1 tournament. Now, unfortunately, you're not in it, but there are 3 Fire players remaining. My question to you, though, is with Mata running amok in the 1v1s, his Yasuo up against Faker and Prey, do you think Impact, Levi, or Smeb can actually take him down?
All right, I got some faith in Impact. He's my NA All-Star brethren. He's playing really well, and I also have a lot of faith in Smeb. He's one of the best 1v1 players in the world, so I mean, that's not any toss to Levi or anything. He's like the best. I think he's the best GPL player, but I guess he has a chance too.
All right, well, we'll be rooting for them, of course, from the Fire side. And my final question to you is with that, you know, kind of remade teams for the All-Stars tomorrow, you're going to get reunited with Mad Life here in the final game for you of All-Stars. What does that mean to you to be reunited with, you know, one of your first loves of supports back in the old All-Star days?
Oh, yeah, dude. My favorite memory of Mad Life is he's you know, one of the people I looked up to, and I played with him in the 2014 All-Stars, and the first game we played together, he turned to me after the game and said, wow, you're so good. So, you know, playing with him again, it's going to be, I have a lot to prove, and it's going to be fun.
I was about to say, it's a high bar. Now you got to do better than just so good. Final question, though. Fire's now 100 points ahead of Ice here. Are you confident that you guys are going to bring it home for a second year in a row for Team Fire?
Hell yeah, dude. Double life bot lane, let's do it.
All right, that's what I like to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Doublelift and the rest of Team Fire out to a lead here at the end of day 3. Back up to the desk to close out the day.
Thank you so much, Dash. Fantastic jacket also. And always fun to hear from Doublelift. I especially liked his answer on that first question about, like, of course, going up against Uzi and Mata again. And he said it's just so hard to play versus them. So he got a little bit of revenge. Azale, that must be good to hear. He wasn't, you know, super cocky. He just said, hey, that's the way it is. I get smashed by them. And then he said, but in NA, I smashed everyone else. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a mix, right? So there's the humble, and then there's the cocky.
Yeah,
you gotta get both in. But just being honest, I do think that would be a matchup where you would normally lose a little bit early against the Caitlyn Karma. And they held up pretty admirably, but they did need a hand from LPL to really kind of get things going.
The Fisher loves LPL bot lane action.
I do love a lot of the LPL stuff. There's one thing I really hate, and let's just, you know, talk about it, because that's when LPL has the advantage, and then they find this way, and I don't know how they find it. They must practice it almost. They find a way to just throw everything away. And it really annoys me when it actually happens.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at that. And when the American Dream began, a bot lane dive on South or LPL, brought to you by Acer.
First of all, LPL's mid laner is dead. So why are you trying to dive the bot lane tower and actually chase past the tower?
Because the zone has no flash to fish you, of course.
But, I mean, now you're going to have everyone down, because even Mouse joined the team just to, you know.
The thing is, they didn't even want to back out. The Maokai was going in, you know. They were like, we can still fight, guys, we can fight.
Well, actually, it triggered a bit when you guys played LCK this morning, and you guys had a really good start, and then you had a similar kind of overextension in the top lane. Why is that?
Ours was a bit different, because I felt we just were not on the same page, because I felt like if we were for the Galio and the TP, we could have insta-killed the TP or make him stop it, which was a bit better thought at this. At least we were 5 against 5.
Yeah.
But this was just like, yeah, Rengar has ults. He's like, I have ult. Let's kill them, you know? And he just press it, goes in, doesn't check the minimap. I don't know if they knew Bjergsen was coming as well, but yeah, they were just diving for no reason.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Okay, if my mid laner is dead and their mid laner has gone missing and we're diving between 2 towers, he's probably going bot lane. Like, going top lane, pushing tower would make a whole lot of sense from Bjergsen. And there wasn't even a communication issue. They could all communicate easy. So I don't know what the reason was, but I don't know. It happens all the time for LPL.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit overaggressive. Even if they had killed off Double Lift and Afromu really quickly, they still probably would have died when Bjergsen got there. So it was definitely an optimistic dive.
Optimistic dive, and then NA LCS, they ran with the lead. They had another team fights, a couple of team fights that did really well, and eventually also ended up getting Baron. So we're going to take a look at some of those moves.
Yeah, and this to me was so much on the TP from Impact. He did such a good job. He comes in behind, no hesitation, and they're able to just get so much damage out. Both the damage dealers from NA were pretty much untouched, and Uzi, I think he did, what, 30 damage in this fight it was? In the
31.
There you go.
Pek, have you ever dealt 31 damage in a team fight?
That's actually a record. Never got that. But I also think Rengar was a bit useless in this game, going full AD. I was watching this replay when I was thinking about the one before, where he did exactly the same. He got low, ran away, then ran in to die again. You know, like he did. I think he did almost nothing in all these team fights going full AD.
Well, let's talk a bit about the report card for Rengar. Maybe because we saw Reignover playing it twice. The first one was he full tank, then the second one he was kind of half tank, half AD. Here it was more AD, and it is a very strong pick in solo queue, but it hasn't really been able to completely swing a matchup here at All-Star.
Well, we did see one matchup. I can't remember if
it was Europe. It was really good.
Yeah.
We did see that work, but we did see a full damage Rengar do very well as well in another game. I think it was Karsa.
Yeah.
And to me, full damage Rengar can work really well, but you have to snowball, right? It's one of those picks. It's like if you're going Assassin Lee Sin, full damage Lee Sin, you have to get stuff done or you will fall off. And that is kind of the risk, right? It's risk reward here. They went in for the dive. He was ahead early, had first blood. He felt like he could go for that kind of assassin build, and it didn't really pay off.
I actually think Rengar is slightly overpowered in competitive play. I think Reignover showed it really well in that first game we had against you guys, where by building like tank, he still has enough damage to jump in and like threaten to kill like the backline, at least for the first like 25-30 minutes. And because he used the W for, like to just get out of fights, you know, disable all CC, he's really hard to deal with, and he can engage these many ways. And if they had coordinated with the Orianna ball, they could have actually pulled off some very sick plays here, but they didn't.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to say that they also had Orianna. They would have had a perfect front line with Maokai Rengar, could go in whenever they wanted, and Cassiopeia and Jhin wouldn't be able to hit ever in a fight because Jhin would do nothing to the tanks. And this way he had free damage to everyone he could hit.
I do think that's one place where we have to give a lot of credit to Impact, though, because I think he did a great job zoning out Orianna in those fights, understanding that he had to protect his carries from it. Instead of just hitting frontline on frontline, Impact was kind of putting himself at risk, running past the tanks, zoning out the Orianna so that the ball would have to kind of come back to her.
Yeah, let's take a look at the final fight that Jat was talking about and wanting us to break down as well. It was very clean from the side of NA. He did force us. No, we totally
Look at the Rengar, look at the Rengar.
Yeah, here's Rengar coming in.
Look at
Oh, he's dead. To be fair, Orianna was already dead at this point as well, so there couldn't even be any sick combos. Overall, I think North America shows in a game like this, they play really well in these team fights. Very, very good understanding of like who's actually coming in. You talked about Impact being in the front line, Bjergsen here with the Cassiopeia in the back as well. Good ultis from Afromu doing this game. So I think North America just outplayed LPL. After that bot lane dive happened, they were just in full control, honestly.
Yep, they ran with it, and it also translates into the standings. Let's take a look at where we are at the end of day 3 here at All-Star, and all the mayhem we've seen. Fire is 100 points ahead of Team Ice at this point, so I want to say that Ice dropped the ball a little bit because we said at the beginning of the day, if they win every single game, they could already clinch it today. Of course, we didn't expect that, but some games I think could have gone otherwise.
They certainly could have gone either way, but I mean, it's been ridiculously close, and 100 points is not a big lead going into the final day. We still have a lot of matches to play. 450, 500 points up for grabs in the one-on-ones. We have, what, 3 or 4 more Summoner's Rift games?
3 more, yeah.
So there's a lot of points for grabs.
Yeah, let's take a look at the schedule for tomorrow. Tandem mode will be up first, and the 1v1 tournament, 3 best of 3s there with that final. And then we have 3 best of 3s with mixed teams from Ice and Fire, 100 point each as well.
Yeah, that's the key one, like 100 points each. Obviously, like a lot of cool combinations have been made, and if everyone is trying their hardest, I think all the combos are actually pretty good. But that's where I can see like one combo be like super strong, and then the next game like Team Fire might not have the strongest combo, and like Team Ice can take a game, and hopefully we get all the way to a third game where you're playing for the last like 100 points to decide all, and then we sub in Pekka, carries the game, and Team Ice wins.
Yep.
Because you're playing the last one.
I'm the last game?
Yeah, there we
it's all
go.
scripted.
So
Don't
you're
worry,
going to play
guys.
Cassidy, right?
I think you are. I might be.
Cassidy
No,
TP
I don't
in,
remember,
yeah?
actually. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be super close, but especially what's going to matter the most is going to be the 1v1s.
Yeah.
It's going to be too many points, and if two guys from the same team make it to the final, it's going to be pretty much that team winning it.
Well, you guys have on ice. You have
Yeah, I
Uzi,
mean,
you have
I'm
Mata,
making it to
you
the
have
final.
you as well.
In the other bracket, we have Mata as well.
Yeah,
who can
Mata,
make it.
Uzi is in there as well. Karsa is also
Yep.
still in there, so I think you guys have a pretty good shot at that, but I could be biased, but whatever. But thank you very much for joining us, Pika.
Just
Good
maybe.
luck tomorrow, just a little bit. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow on stage. But for us, it is time to log off here at Palau San Jordi. For myself and everyone else on the team, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you mañana.
Banana.